It's a historic move for New Jersey. Governor Phil Murphy has signed the strongest equal pay bill in the U.S. into law. At the signing, he emphasized his commitment to closing the pay gap, saying this concept is the cornerstone of our efforts to build a stronger and fairer economy of New Jersey. So what exactly does this bill mean for you? Joining us this morning, Dan, our money man Ricardo, here to break it all down and tell us what it means.
This is 81 cents.
Yes.
This is $1.
This is how much I earn to that.
Correct.
Men.
Average, because of the pay gap, on average, women earn about 81 cents for every dollar that a man makes. Now, there's lots of reasons for that, right? We can go into that and spend hours talking about it. But the reality is, it is a fact. So, in New Jersey, the governor has signed this new law, as you said, Lauren, which is attempting to address some of that disparity.
Okay.
It toughens up existing protections and introduces some new things, which we'll see how it plays out. It goes into effect in July.
So what can we expect?
Yeah, so there's a couple things. First taboo that the law tackles is, people don't like to talk about their salaries.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you really don't talk about. Well, in some cases, your contract prohibits you from talking about that.
Right.
So now in the New Jersey law, you will no longer be prohibited to requesting salary information and discussing it without fear of reprisal.
Really?
So that's one of the big ones.
Don't you think, though, it can get messy? Because if you're sitting next to someone and you're doing the exact same job, and you know your friend here might be making, what, $2 or $3 more an hour than you are,
it gets a little...
bitterness can set in.
It does. So, but it prevents employers now from retaliating against whistleblowers and things like that. The other thing is it resets the clock more often. So let's say you're paid every 2 weeks.
Yes.
Now, basically, the statute of limitations starts every 2 weeks. So it resets that clock so that in addition to resetting the backward-looking time. So, for example, now in the new law, you can go back 6 years versus at the federal level 2 years for back pay if there was a proven case of discrimination. So things like that is where they've tightened it up. Now, of course, on the other side of the spectrum, you have businesses in New Jersey saying, wait a minute, this is more regulation in an economy that's already running at the pace that I run a marathon, right? New Jersey's struggling economically right now. So this is not without its detractors. Okay?
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the class of 2018.
Congratulations, 2018. You're going to be graduating soon.
Yes.
And the job market's pretty good.
Okay.
Record low unemployment rate now is 4.1%, which is about the lowest it's been in almost 20 years.
So that's good news for graduates.
Good news. Salaries are pretty good. About average is 51 Gs this year for grads. A little bit of bad news. Employers are planning to hire about 1.3% less grads this year versus last year. So it might be just a little bit tougher to get that kid off the couch on somebody else's payroll.
Wait, rewind. The average
salary is about 51 grand.
Dan,
now,
can I tell you how much I made in my first job out of college?
Then I'm going to tell you, but go ahead.
Okay, I'll go first.
Yeah.
$24,000.
Yeah, my first job offer was $19,500, and I was glad to get it.
I was so happy to get it, but it was a struggle because, you know what? As soon as you finish graduating, they don't give you any time to start paying back those student loans if you take them out.
Next month.
So you're trying to pay your rent and your student loan and your card note. You got to eat, and you're like, I don't have anything left, and I'm 21, and I want to live my life.
That's right. So, look, the student loans are the big difference now, right? Average student loan payment is $340 a month for these people that are graduating this year. So that's pretty big. But 51,000 is a little bit misleading in that if you're an engineer, you're getting about 80 grand this year, depending on the type of engineering.
Nice.
If you're a basket weaver, well, you're not going to be finding a job. So,
go to Etsy.
51,000 is the average.
That's nice, though. Good job for the graduates.